welcome to Geeking Out with MellyMel. I'm Melissa. Today I am bringing you a Disney pin haul. These are the pins that I picked up during Destination D23, which took place at Disney's Contemporary Resort at Disney World this past month of September. So stay tuned. Guys, so like I said in the intro, today I have a Disney pin haul video for you guys. If I counted correctly, I have 19 pins to show you. Now, we are D23 Gold members. My husband and I have the dual membership, which used to be the Gold Family membership. D23 is Disney's official fan club, and they tend to have these events. They have the D23 Expo, which takes place in California, and then they have Destination D, which takes place in Orlando, Florida. Now, the latest or most recent Destination D event was in September this past month at Disney's Contemporary Resort in Orlando, Florida. And the way I picked up these pins, or the way that I got them, was through the RSP or random selection process. I talked about that in my Disney pin trading event video for when I attended the Magic Hat Pins pin trading event. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it right here. But basically, the RSP or random selection process is a, I would say, a fair way for you to have access to these pins, because these pins are limited edition pins. They are limited to very low editions, and we have maybe like a couple thousand people attending the event, so we know that not everybody is going to be able to get the pins. So basically, everybody puts in for these pins, and it goes at random how they award these pins, right, to the people. So I placed an RSP for the Mickey's of Glendale store, and also for the Walt Disney Company store. So those were the two stores that had RSP, and you could basically pre-order your pins from the catalog before actually getting to Destination D23. But today I'll show you the pins that I got from both Mickey's of Glendale and the Disney Store Company. So I think I'm going to start with the Mickey's of Glendale pins, because they are literally like right here. Now, these were the priciest pins, I would say, from the catalogs. So I guess I'm going to start with let's see, number 3 in the catalog. So these came as sets of 4. However, these pins are individual, so they're not necessarily part of a set. They were just grouped as sets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this was item number 3 in the catalog. Each one of these sets were $100 each. So basically each pin was $25. I believe these were a limited edition of 300, if I am not mistaken. Now, these pins are beautiful. I feel like the artwork on the catalog didn't really do them justice. When we saw these pins in person, we're like, wow. So these pins were already kind of grouped together, so we didn't really get to choose all the pins that came in there. But the reason we picked these specific sets is because each set had at least one pin that we actually really wanted. For the number 3 set, we got it because it had Mr. Toad, which is something that my husband collects. And these pins are absolutely beautiful. Like, they are kind of heavy if you hold them. And yes, these are limited edition of 300. Again, these are Walt Disney Engineering or WDI, also Mickey's of Glendale store pins. These are so gorgeous, pin on pin design. So let me show you close-ups. And here we have pin set number 3 in the catalog. Again, we got this one because my husband collects Mr. Toad, and of course we had to get it. Really nice pin. It is a pin on pin design. We do have some glittery accents in the background. It does say Disney 100 and limited edition of 300. And then on the back we see the Sorcerer Mickey hat, which is the waffling that we get on the back of the Walt Disney Imagineering or WDI pin. So again, here we have Mr. Toad. And next In the same set, we have Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. And we also have Pinocchio. And here we have the blue fairy, the fairy godmother from Pinocchio as well. Really pretty pins. So again, that was pin set number 3 from the catalog from Mickey's of Glendale. I'm gonna go in order. This is number 9. Now the reason we got this one is because this one features Maid Marian from Robin Hood. And Robin Hood, my husband collects those, so we had to get this set. Something that I did want to say is that Mickey's of Glendale pins are always very sought after, highly collectible. They typically go up in value. I regret not getting more sets, even though these were expensive. Again, $100 per set, so about $25 per pin. However, these are at least doubling up in value right now. So if you were to trade this pin or sell this pin, you could at least easily get at least $50 for each pin. But again, some of them are going for a lot more than that. And I wish we would have gotten the pin set that had Sorcerer Mickey, and even the one that had Jasmine, because from this catalog, that Jasmine pin had Jasmine in like her red attire, which is not super common. I wish we would have gone with those extra pins as well, but then that also means that our bill would have been really high. But regardless, at least we got the pins that we really wanted. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you close-ups of these as well. All right, so like I said, this is pin set number 9 from the Mickey's of Glendale catalog for Destination D23. Here we have the Robin Hood pin. Again, pin on pin design. We have a glittery background, Disney 100. Honestly, these pins are so gorgeous. And limited edition of 300. Here we have Maid Marian from Robin Hood as well. And then here we have Marie from Aristocats, and I forget the name of this one. I honestly forget. So if you guys remember, if you guys know, let me know in the comments. But again, we have these two from Aristocats. Really pretty pins. And here we have the final pin set from Mickey's of Glendale for Destination D23. This was set number 13. And this is the one that I was the most excited about because this one had my favorites, Belle and Beast. Again, these pins, I've said it over and over in this video so far, but these pins are absolutely beautiful. They're heavy. They are so nicely designed. I mean, they are so gorgeous. So these are definitely investments because these should just go up in value as time goes by, and because they are so limited as far as the edition goes. I mean, only LE 300. I mean, a lot of people really want this. So let me show you close-ups of the pins from set number 13 from the catalog. Oh my goodness, you guys. I mean, look at how beautiful these pins are. The detail on Beast's face, I love it. Absolutely gorgeous pin. Limited edition of 300. And here we have Belle, another gorgeous pin. They did a really good job on her face, her eyes. Really happy with how this pin turned out. And then these were the other two pins in the set. I believe that's Jake from Rescuers Down Under, and I forget who the other one is. I know, terrible. but I mean, these two are going to be traders for me. I mean, regardless whether I collect this or not, these are so nicely designed. Alright, so now that we're done with the Mickey's of Glendale pins, let's move on to the pins from the Disney Store Company. These are pins that are typically only available or accessible to cast members, right? To Disney employees. So let's get started. I think I'm going to start with like the window pins. I feel like these pins were just so beautiful on the catalog. The artwork on the catalog was just amazing. And I was just the most excited to see these. And I was excited to see these, but again, I feel like the artwork on the catalog did not do these pins justice. These are absolutely beautiful. Now these pins, while I do like, I feel like they were a little underwhelming once you see them, because the artwork on the catalog made these pins look a lot bigger than they are, and they looked a lot more detailed on the artwork. I mean, I still really love these pins. The design is just beautiful, but again, I wish they were a little bit bigger. Now the retail price for all of these pins were $29.95 each. And of course, you know, my keeper is going to be the Belle pin, because again, Beauty and the Beast is my main pin collection, but I do have some traders. I have Rapunzel as a trader and Aurora as Briar Rose's trader as well. But let me show you guys some close-ups. All right, so let's start with the Aurora or Briar Rose pin. I love the idea of the window. It is a pin-on-pin design, as you can see. We have Aurora holding the little birdie, and then outside her window, we do see some squirrels. The squirrels are so cute, and again, it's a really pretty pin. I just thought the pins were going to be bigger based on the artwork. However, beautiful pins. And then here we have the back of the pin, Disney Employee Center, limited edition of 400. Next, we have my favorite of the windows, which is Belle. It's so cute. We see Chip at the very bottom of the window with some birdies. Again, beautiful pins. I wish they were bigger, but anyway, I think these are so pretty. Limited edition of 400. And the last one we have here, we have Rapunzel. We have Pascal at the bottom, super cute pin. Limited edition of 400. And last but not least, we have these 4 pins. These are also Disney Employee Center pins. Now, I believe the Snow White pins for the 85th anniversary are actually some re-releases, or let me rephrase that. They were released before, and these were some leftovers, so they were released in the Destination D23 catalog in case you wanted to get some. And then we have these wreaths as well. We have the Lumiere wreath, and we have the Lady Tremaine wreath as well. Now, I don't remember if these were also a re-release, but I really like these wreaths. I think they're really nice. Now, the retail price for these were a little pricier. These were $38.95 each. And for the Snow White, these were $34.95 a piece. Let me show you close-ups. Oh my goodness, I really like this pin. I got another pin-on-pin design. It's like a mini jumbo pin. These are actually fairly big. There's a lot going on. I love that the pattern on the ribbon kind of reminds me of Mrs. Potts and Chip. Really pretty pin. Very festive. Limited edition of 400. Here we have Lady Tremaine. We have Cinderella's slipper, but in the center of the ribbon. We see all the thread spools around and the key. She was such a villain. Another pin and pin design. Limited edition of 400. And here we have this gorgeous pin and pin design celebrating 85 years of Snow White. We have that iconic scene where Snow White is taking the apple from the old hag. At the bottom we see the 7 dwarfs, and there's just so much detail on this pin, and even where the 85 is, it looks like an apple. This is a beautifully crafted pin. This one is limited edition of 350. And here we have the evil queen. And also a limited edition of 350. And that's it, you guys. This was my Disney pin haul from Destination D23, which again happened back in September over at Disney World. Let me know in the comments down below which one out of all these pins was your favorite. Also, let me know if you attended Destination D23. As usual, if you love the things that I talk about, definitely subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so that you can keep on geeking out with me. Bye!